হ্যালো আসসালামু আলাইকুম অ্যান্ড ওয়েলকাম এভরিওয়ান মাইন্ডস্পেস আয়োজিত মনের গল্পগুলো পডকাস্টে, যেখানে আমরা এসেছি মানসিক স্বাস্থ্য সম্পর্কিত চমৎকার সব আলোচনা নিয়ে। আমাদের প্রথম এপিসোড মাইন্ড অ্যান্ড মিডিয়ার জন্য যিনি গেস্ট হয়ে আসছেন তিনি একজন কন্টেন্ট ক্রিয়েটর, কমেডিয়ান, বাট মোস্ট ইম্পর্টেন্টলি একজন মেন্টাল হেলথ এনথুজিয়াস্ট। প্লিজ ওয়েলকাম মিস্টার রাকিন আফসার।
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Thanks for having me. Hi.
Hi.
I feel really great to be here finally after so. Right.
So I have asked you already, but how are you doing today? Just how are you doing?
Right now I'm doing great. I just got up from a nap and I'm feeling fresh. Although it was supposed to be my day off, kind of, but then I ended up working anyway. This is what you get for a life if you be a content creator or influencer or motivational speaker. This is what you get. This is what you initially essentially sign up for. So there's that.
এখানে কোনো আর কি ছুটি নাই, কেউ নিজেকে ছুটি দিচ্ছে না।
না actually মনে হয় যে তুমি ছুটি পাবা, মনে হয় যে after like whole busy week, then you'll get the weekend for yourself to meditate, just reflect, but you don't get that anyway. So it's always like acha a weekend pari nahi, so probably next weekend. It goes on and on forever. So yeah.
True, I can so agree. Like with MindSpace and everything, I just tell to myself, next week I'm gonna fully focus on myself, and then I go on to work.
Yeah, exactly. We both are workaholic people, so
yeah, I would be proud to say that.
Yeah, same here. I make money this way, so no other way
Why
is
not?
available. Yeah.
So a very basic question. So what is mental health to you? Like how have you perceived it before? এখন কিভাবে আপনি দেখছেন, বা মিডিয়াতে আসার পর how has it changed? How do you perceive mental health in general?
Well, there's no straight cut answer to that. Like, what is mental health to me, rather than how mental health has evolved to you is the right question, and the right way to answer is basically like when I started off, I was very young. I was like 16, 17 years old, and whenever I used to go through several problems due to mental illness, I would not recognize them, and then I would probably blame my hormonal issues and all that. Probably I have hormonal issues, probably I was born this way, and a lot of questions would arise because of that. But then gradually, when I taught myself the importance of mental health, and when I started being aware of my own problems, I realized, Jenna, there are a lot of other things goes beyond the spectrum that we see, how we feel and how we function in general. Pore ami realize kolam jacche, you know what, let me reflect on my feelings, let me reflect on how I do things and why I do them, right? Like for example, I am diagnosed with PTSD, then anxiety disorder, ADHD. So egula, even before 4 years back, I didn't know anything about them, and I would just normally go by. But now that I know about them, learned about them, and very much self-aware, এখন আমি বুঝি যে if I do something out of the ordinary, I realized, and it's probably because I'm kind of going through the OCD cycle or ADHD cycle. So actually learning period helps a lot for any individual. You get to understand how you function, and আমরা human bodyটাকে না আমরা এত care করি, we forget to we মানে more than usual we neglect our mental demands, mental problems. So oita korate actually I feel like I'm more self-aware as a person, as who I am right now. So it actually helps. So that is the simple way to put it.
But EJ, as you said, you started out very early. So when you were diagnosed, you were totally new to this whole taking care of your mind and a disorder ব্যাপারে জানা. So এগুলো কি মানে নিজে থেকে এক্সপ্লোর করতে হয়েছে, রাইট? মানে এভলভ হতে হয়েছে।
Definitely.
to
evolve
get to
to
that mind.
right, evolve বলতে কি মানে self aware self learning is just a 50% of the journey, and the other 50% হলো seeking help, right? You have to
Yeah.
seek professional help, otherwise you'll just be stuck with it. Sometimes self awareness or even just simple Google search is not enough. You have to make sure you get treated the right way, right?
Yes.
There's like CBTs, there are so many other 12-step programs, there are so many other methods to um, treat yourself mentally. So like if you go through mental illness problems, so ওগুলো actually যদি না so like if you don't adapt yourself to those systems and methods, তাহলে না মানে it's just a 50% work undone
Yeah.
রেখে যায়. So there's that.
কোর্স মানে শুধু যে জানা বা কি বলবো এক্সটার্নাল জিনিসের উপর ডিপেন্ড করা একদম মানে I have been taking therapy for over 2 years now, and the first 6-7 months were like, why? I'm just wasting money. কিছু তো হচ্ছে না।
All
I
of
don't
us who saw, all of us যারা হেল্প নিতে যাচ্ছিল নিয়েছে অলরেডি, they can relate to this. যে আমরা ইনিশিয়ালি মনে করি যে ভাই এই টাকা দিয়ে তো আমি রেস্টুরেন্টে বসে বসে তো করতে পারতাম, টিকটক বানাতে পারতাম, but why am I doing this? And then you realize
and maybe
gradually,
ওটাতে I would have felt better.
yeah. একটা retail therapy করলে probably would have been a much better choice, right?
When you were first introduced to this idea, এটা কি মানে apart from convincing yourself যে you need help, মানে আর কি ধরনের problems usually face করেছেন? As in, for me, I have faced family barriers, financial barriers. What about you?
Oh, that was probably very tough for you. I'm really sorry that you had to go through, but I'm sure you have overcome those things, right?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, congratulations. Well,
Thank you.
for a guy, it's always for a guy like me, or for any guy in this society, coming up with your um, mental illness is not easy. People often think you or mistake you as like you're very sensitive, you're not a guy, you're not a quote unquote man. And I have gone through those milestones myself. আমার former friend school আমাকে অনেক খোটা মারতো, বোঝা, you're just sensitive. Even my former partners, former colleagues, they would be like, oh, you're just sensitive, you just react too much, you're just this and that and that. But then I was like, I was stuck with my own ground. I was like, I know how I function, I know who I am, and I know what drives me crazy and what doesn't. So you don't get to talk to me about what drives me nuts, and you don't get to definitely not talk to me about my attitude or how I deal with my mental illness. And especially for a guy, আমাদের জন্য একদমই easy হয় না, because আমরা মনে করি যে we were taught to like shove everything down within ourselves, like feelings, whatever that there is. Mental illness does not matter. এরকম একটা attitude নিয়ে আমরা বড় হয়েছি. So for me it was quite difficult, but then again I promised myself যে না, in order to shine brighter in future, I have to take care of myself. This is why I took 4 years gap in between of my content creation. I was like, you know what, আমার কলসিটা এখন একদমই খালি. I have to fill things up. I have to be evolve. I have to be better than this. This cannot be happening like this. Cannot, this Rakin, the older version of Rakin, cannot go further. Otherwise, he is going to crash and burn. So এরকম অনেক জিনিস আমার নিজেরও অনেক কিছু ফেস করতে হয়েছিল.
I think আমরা যারা fans আছি, we are all so glad that you took help because we got to see
so much. Although I mean, help could there has been a lot of times, a lot of instances where I had to like help নিছে 2-3 সপ্তাহ পরে I realized, oh, I feel great, আমার therapy লাগবে না, and then I stopped and then spiraling down to the same square one, and then had to take the help. And then একবার তুমি তো জানো how it goes, like একবার তুমি therapy বন্ধ করে দিলে you have to start from the beginning.
Yeah,
so it's a really long and frustrating process.
You reach a certain point and like, acha, I know better things now, I can handle myself, and
but
bam,
you never know anything about a therapy session through you cannot, unless they say you're done, you're never done.
So like you said that to improve yourself, to give work to your full potential, এই আপনি 4 বছর একটা গ্যাপ নিয়েছিলেন মেন্টাল হেলথের জন্য. So after joining, মানে rejoining I could say, how did it change? Like how did your lifestyle change? For example, হতে পারে যে আগে you would like have burnouts and still work because I have to do this and stuff. But now that you have taken a break, you have better knowledge যে আমার এতটুকু ক্যাপাসিটি আছে, আমি এখন যদি if I don't take a break or if I don't exercise or reflect on whatever there is on my mind, I will break down or something will happen. So এরকম realization after rejoining কিরকম ভাবে affect মানে how
Well,
much it has affected your work?
right. Well, before that, before I took the help and
Hmm.
took the break, I was very docile, very pushover kind of a person. Like, people would just push me over and do whatever they want me to do, and I would just do them. But ছোটবেলা থেকে I was this rebellious sector person, but that kind of died out because of my mental illness. So I thought that probably other people are right, and maybe I am wrong. Maybe I'm wrong to feel certain way. I'm wrong to say something. So I didn't believe in myself. But when I took the break and came out stronger, I realized I'm much stronger and much better than anyone else. Sorry, that sounds wrong. That sounds really wrong. Like I'm better without anyone, like solo wise, right? So আমি realize করলাম যে আমি বলবো না যে there's a vast difference, rather there's a vast difference in my attitude. Like I know what I want and I'll get that done. And burnout ক্ষেত্রে তো burnout তো before and after still হয়, because we're all human, and creative process না right, burnout হওয়াটা খুব easy, বুঝছো? দেখা যায় যে when you're doing a corporate work, a certain task is given to you. You don't have to use much of your brain. You just have to be very focused, and you just do them. And motivation রাখতে হবে, efficient থাকতে হবে, agile হতে হবে, and you can get the work done. But for creative people like you and me and many other people, আমাদের mind কিন্তু constantly দৌড়াতে থাকে. So এটা কিন্তু একটা tiring একটা process. And when we work, আমাদের দেখা যায় burnout হওয়াটা খুব easily. এখন right now what I do is basically like when I'm burned out, I acknowledge that, I take some break, I do the things that make me feel better, and then I come out stronger. And আমার তো in a way যখন Mr. Absar যেভাবে কাজ করতেছি, it's like I've never worked before in my entire life like this. Like even when I used to have that YouTube channel, I never worked this hard. Trust me, আমাদের আগের ভিডিওস গুলোতে দেখা যেত যে আমি একটা ভিডিও একটা উইকে ছাড়তাম। এখন আমি সেম জিনিসটা আমি 3টা ভিডিও ছাড়তেছি 1 উইকে, right? That's like মানে it's more work, more pressure, but still আমি probably এটা আমার age or growth এর জন্য, I don't know, I can't say precisely. It's probably because of that, like I can handle that stress. Even এই যে আজকে যে like I said mentioned before যে আমার আজকে off day ছিল, then unfortunately কিছু ছোটখাটো কাজ চলে আসছে and আমার এগুলো করতে time লাগছে, but still I'm not complaining. It's like it's okay, it's fine, I'm used to this. তো আস্তে আস্তে একটা গ্রাজুয়ালি একটা প্রেশারটা নিতে নিতে শিখেছি, and I'm sure যে এমনও হতে পারে যে সপ্তাহে 7টা দিন আমি 7 দিনই কন্টেন্ট বানাচ্ছি, you never know. It's like we're elastic that way. Humans are elastic. Like the more pressure you put in them, the more efficiently and effectively they can perform later on.
হ্যাঁ, যেমন সেদিন একটা I think story ছিল, Instagram story, where you were recording something and it suddenly hit your mind to add some scenes, then you immediately shot it and added. I was like,
I do that most of the times. I mean, এটা কিন্তু আমি প্রায় করি, বাট এটা আমি সেদিকে স্টোরিতে এমনি দিছি কি মনে করে আমি জানি না, এটা আমার হয় ইভেন ফর এন্ডোর্সমেন্টস। ধরো ফর এক্সাম্পল একটা এন্ডোর্সমেন্ট যখন আসে তখন তো ওরা তো একটা ড্রাফট দেখে, আই এম শিওর ইউ নো অ্যাবাউট ইট সিন্স ইউ আর ইন MindSpace. So you know about this as well. So sorry about that. So অনেকগুলো নাম একই, আমার দোষ না, ওকে? Mind escapism, I don't know. So দেখা যায় যে ব্র্যান্ডে যখন আসে তখন they see my video and they're more than happy, but then I am not happy as a creator. I'm like, no, maybe I can do much better. And when I get the chance, if I have the free time, then I obviously will take the time to improve it.
Yeah, a creative process, it's never ending. The more you look at it, it keeps getting better.
Right.
I to change kori, unless you give yourself like a stop sign. And submit it.
Exactly. There's never a stop sign, really.
Mental health has been such a big part of your life. And kichu videos you have also addressed it with a comedic side. Parents reaction kirokom ba ekta typical brown friend kibhabe react korbe to if you tell them that you have anxiety or something, but how people uses mental illness as an excuse and stuff. তো এই যে কমেডি থ্রুও কিন্তু অনেক অ্যাওয়ারনেস obviously spread করা যায়. So what are your opinions? What should be the limit to using these terms on a comedic level?
I don't think there should be any limitations. I mean, the world has evolved. To me, totally back-minded থাকো না কেন, the world is going to grow. The world, the time, the people are not never going to stop for you. It's yourself that is stopping from everything, right?
Hmm.
So it's rather like we have to evolve with time and with generation. So I believe like there shouldn't be any limitations, because even a few years back, I'm sure sanitary napkin, তারপরে periods নিয়ে কথা বললে people would have gotten death threats and so many other
Yep.
bullshits. But right now, if we don't talk about them, then who will? Then how are people gonna get the help, right? So I
Yeah.
believe like there shouldn't be any limitations, but if you execute it well, I'm sure everything's gonna work out well for you.
Yes, that's an important thing if it's executed well, because
Right.
মানুষ হচ্ছে যদি দেখে যে মানে there are specific people যারা ডিপ্রেশনটাকে ওসিডি কে অনেক ট্রিভিয়ালাইজ করে ফেলে, which hurts the people who
Oh
are actually
yes,
diagnosed with.
I do have a close friend right now. I'm not gonna name his, mention his name. He আমি যদি ওকে জিজ্ঞেস করি যে have you ever gone through depression, he doesn't know what depression is, or probably he does, but his answer is always, oh, I'm in your life at জীবন depressed হই নাই. Oh, he sees it as a trophy, as a win. And I'm like, dude, really? Like, what the fuck? You've
Like,
never
wow,
been
you live in
depressed?
fantasy.
Like, what are you? Like alien? Robot? What are you? Thanos? So, so
The balance Thanos
there
left.
are people like that. Yeah, I feel like there are people who sees it as a win, as a championship. Oh, আমি তো কখনো depressed হইনি. I'm probably better than you. No, they've probably gone through depression. They never even know. Even if they're sad, they don't even know what sadness is. And I feel sorry for them, because they are so
Yeah,
incapable of
they're never
understanding
healing
their
from it.
right. Yeah, they're so incapable of understanding their own human emotions. I mean, go like, this is emotions, physical, mental, everything was given to you as gift from the God, and then you're just misusing them. You don't even know what you're built of. So it's kind of a waste, if you ask me.
True. I mean, এটা একটা জিনিস থাকে যে this opens up so many ways for you to explore yourself, যে আমার ক্যাপাসিটি কতটুকু, আমি কতটুকু নিতে পারছি, বা what are my emotional scale. But
Right.
মানে মানুষ সেটা থেকে ignorance থাকতেই দেখি বেশি পছন্দ করে।
Yeah. Extra baggage ওরা নিতে চায় না.
Then I have to deal with the fact that I have a mental disorder, which is bad.
Yeah,
Quote.
unfortunately. Yeah.
So your work is entirely based online, I can say. মানে কিছু specific advertisements ছাড়া, মানে you have
Right.
worked for Apex and Bata.
Right now I'm working with Bata. Right.
Okay. So you've worked with both.
I've
Wow.
worked with both. I work with every other brand there is. I'm a hoe.
It's okay. If you're a hoe for work, everyone should be
hoe for
one.
work. I should be. Yeah.
I mean, if it's giving you money, why not?
Yeah, why not? Exactly. এই টাকাগুলো দিয়ে আমি নর্থ এন্ডে বসে ফ্লন্ট করতে পারি, so I don't have any problem with that.
I see your North End skits and I'm like, wow, thanks for the attack.
Yeah, I love every coffee barista there is. It's just, North End comes on top of my mind. I don't know why. It's probably because how people perceive it. So I like to attack that particular element of the brand positioning.
Yeah, just so you know, I don't have an iPhone and I still go to North End.
Yeah. Major flex.
Content creation. So এই কনজাম্পশনের একটা I think effect পড়ে for teenagers and for adults as well. Like you and me, আমাদেরও যদি একটা constantly এরকম একটা জিনিস we keep absorbing the whole day, obviously it take a toll on our mental health. So I'm sure you don't get much time to scroll through all the videos like some of us do. What would you say that how can we preserve it for ourselves, like একটা limitation set করা? And I'm asking you this because you are on the other side of the phone.
Right.
You're on the other side.
I'm the one who's making other people addicted.
Yeah.
Like constantly content দিচ্ছে and I tell you, be addicted.
And there are days when I was like, I would scroll through Mr. Absar videos and just 2-3 hours I'm just there. I'm
Wow,
doing nothing.
you people do that? That's actually very nice to hear.
Oh, you didn't know?
Aww,
You didn't know.
no.
Yeah, so I was thinking, since you're on the other side, how would you prefer the audiences to preserve their mental health?
Right, আমার ক্ষেত্রে হলো একটা fine difference আছে. It's like it's okay to be addicted on social media. However, it's not okay if you constantly compare yourself with other people. That is a
Okay.
fine line that I believe in. যেমন আমি নিজে কিন্তু social media addicted. I'm not gonna shy away from saying that because that's my job and I have to be addicted to understand how the addiction works properly
Yep.
and make contents that way. But at the same time, I will never, and I've never done this my whole life. Like I'm so comfortable within my own skin and whatever I am, even if I have money or not money, like, I don't care. Like I'm always happy with myself. I'm never going to be comparing myself with someone else who's not living my life or whose life I'm not living, right? So ওই জিনিসটা I think বেশি hamper করে, impact করে mentally and physically as well. Like আমার মনে হয় my partner who I've been with for last 6 years, that person is kind of hooked to the social media, but however sometimes I'll find that person like very like comparing, মানে comparison to চলতে থাকে and I go like, don't do that. I try to guide that person into light, Jenna, this is not how you should be done. But then again, এখন কম করে, অনেক কম করে, but এটা actually normal human being এর হয়. When you're addicted to social media, you see a lot of lives, a lot of exciting curated lives, and you go like,
Yep.
why is not my life like that? And then that is a bad side effect. However, if you're addicted to watch random videos, watch good things or bad things, doesn't matter, you do your own thing, whatever floats your boat, just do your own thing, but never compare yourself. This is a fine line, and this is the message that I try to give to other people, because I can't be a hypocrite and go like, oh no, don't be social media addicted, because ওরা যদি addicted না হয় then আমার পকেটে টাকা আসবে না ভাই. So I don't know.
Yeah, so consumption should be as you want, but it should have, you should control how it affects you.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
I asked you a question on your stickers the other day. So there was this that how
You
is your
did.
relationship? Yeah. How is your? I'm a big follower of yours, just so you
Oh
know.
wow. Thank you so much. Means a lot actually.
Um, so the question was that how is your relationship with other content creators? So you know their work, ওরা কোন mindset থেকে একটা content create করে, বা what's the background of their script? So how do you think that apart from you, since আমার দেখা মতে you're the only one who has been vocal about mental health, how about মানে অন্য content creators রা, since মানে সবার তো আর জনরার সেম টাইপের থাকে না, সেম টাইপের হলে তো মানে এন্টারটেইনিং। সো মানে
Exactly.
ওরা কিভাবে মানে মেন্টাল হেলথ কে আইডেন্টিফাই করতে পারে ওদের কাজের মধ্যে? একটা রেঞ্জ অফ অডিয়েন্স আছে, সবাই তো আর এক জায়গায় না, সবাই তো মানে ওইখানেও না এখানেও না, ইটস ডিস্ট্রিবিউটেড। তো
Right.
মানে এরকম একটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট একটা বিষয় যেখানে কেউ আর কি কথা কথা বলতে কি বলবো কমফোর্টেবল ফিল করে না, অথবা যারাই বলে তারা খুব একটা প্রফেশনাল সেটিং এ বলে যে হ্যাঁ আপনার মনের যত না মেডিটেট করা উচিত, নিজেকে সময় দিন, এইসব সময় দিন। লেট মি বি অনেস্ট, মানুষ ওগুলো শুনে না যে হ্যাঁ আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে,
True.
হ্যাঁ শুনলাম, আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, আই উইল লাভ মাই সেলফ, আই উইল সেলফ কেয়ার, হ্যান ত্যান। বাট বেসিক্যালি মানুষ কন্টেন্টটা তখনই কনজিউম করে when they are hit with real stuff, যে আচ্ছা যে ওকে দ্যাট ওয়াজ ভেরি আই ওপেনিং and it makes you think. So এই content creators রা এখন, since it's rising up every day, how do you think they can identify it?
Well, it's for them to identify it, they first have to go through with it. I don't feel like personally, even though I have excellent and amazing relationship with every other content creator there is, but I still feel like they haven't acknowledged their own struggle the right way. If someone goes through breakup or some sort of downfall in their life, they just kind of romanticize it. And I think that's a problem, because এটা আমিও করতাম ছোটবেলা থাকতে, right? But আমি যখন আমি ডিরেক্টলি নাম বলবো because I have great relationships with them. ধরো কারিনা আর আমি we are pretty close, ইশরাত আমি pretty close, রেজা আমি pretty close, ইশফাক আমি pretty close. So আমি দেখি যে ওরা যখন জিনিসগুলোকে sometimes deal করে, আমি ওদেরকে মুখের উপরই বলি যে why are you trying to romanticize them? And it's not their fault কিন্তু, because they're so busy. And আমি কনসিডার মনে করি the luckiest person, because আমার কিন্তু ফ্যামিলি সাইড দিক দিয়ে কিন্তু কোনো প্রেশার পড়ে না কিন্তু, ঠিক আছে? বাট অল দিস পিপল আর ওভারকামিং ডেইলি স্ট্রাগল। ওদের ফ্যামিলি সাইড থেকে প্রবলেম থাকতে পারে, পার্সোনাল লাইফ প্রবলেম থাকতে পারে, আমি কিন্তু আবার প্রবলেম হইলে ওইটাকে আমি ছেড়ে চলে যাচ্ছি। আমার দ্যাট কাইন্ড অফ আ পারসন যে ইভেন ইফ ইন আ রিলেশনশিপ ইফ দ্যাট পারসন ইজ লাইক ইন গিভিং মি প্যারা, আমি বলবো যে ভাই তোমাকে আমার দরকার নেই। আমি দ্যাট কাইন্ড অফ পারসন। আমার ফ্যামিলি আমাকে একদম প্যারা দিতে ভয় পায়। সো ইভেন ব্র্যান্ডসরাও আমাকে প্যারা দিতে ভয় পায়। আমি দ্যাট কাইন্ড অফ আ পারসন যে আমি প্যারা নিব না। আমি খুব সুন্দরভাবে কাজ করতে আসি। দিস ইজ এ ক্রিয়েটিভ ফিল্ড। এখানে আমি প্যারা নিয়ে কাজ করবো না। এখানে প্যারা আমি একটাই নিব, যেখানে উই হ্যাভ টু talk about ideation. এই একটা জায়গায় আমি প্যারা নিতে রাজি আছি, বাট অন্য কোথাও প্যারা নিতে রাজি নাই। So I think instead of romanticizing our own struggle, we have to look it in the eye and then call it that and start processing it internally. So oita korle hoy ki you understand যে আচ্ছা there's much more than to just Rose and Jack from Titanic or Laili Mujnu from whatever the fuck. So এই জিনিসটা আই থিঙ্ক ওদের ভিতরে এই জিনিসটা এখনো আসেনি, যেটা আমি পার্সোনালি বিলিভ করি, বাট দে আর ট্রাইং দ্য লেভেল বেস্ট ফ্রম দেয়ার ওন স্পেস এন্ড আই রেসপেক্ট দ্যাট। এখন আমি ছোটবেলা থেকে অনেক আগে থেকে আমার স্কুল থেকে বলো, আমার প্যারেন্টসরা বলো, ওরা ছোটবেলা থেকে আমাকে আগে, আর আমার কখনো ফ্রেন্ডস কিন্তু আমার এজে ছিল না, সবসময় আমার 5, 6, 10 বছরের বড় ছিল। সো আমি ছোটবেলা থেকে একটু বেশি ম্যাচিউর হয়ে আসছি, ঠিক আছে? সো ইটস আ কার্স এন্ড আ ব্লেসিং এট দ্য সেম টাইম। সো আই থিঙ্ক আমার এইজটা আমি বলতেছি না, মানে ইটস মোর লাইক আমার মেন্টালি আমি আগে থেকে একটু আমি দুনিয়া আগে দেখে আসছি, বুঝছো? দিস ইজ দ্য নাইসার ওয়ে টু পুট ইট। আমি ছোটবেলা থেকে আমি অনেক স্ট্রাগল থ্রুতে আসছি। সো I have seen things that most other people probably, I mean, আমাদের ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে probably haven't seen it. So ওই অনুযায়ী I know how to deal things better, but I can't be cocky enough to I'm the right person to advocate something. So I think ওদের এই সেম জিনিসটা দরকার যে they are going through struggle, maybe 5 years or 2 years down the line they'll know how to manage themselves better or how to talk about the things that actually matters, right? এখন তুমি যদি নোটিস করো যে they haven't probably talking about the things that matters only because ওরা probably still going through that. They are probably going through that phase. They have to come out of the phase, then look back and realize so this phase was one hell of a ride and I should do a better judgment regarding preaching or self-teaching. বুঝছো? এরকম একটা জিনিস।
এই রিয়েলাইজেশনটাও আর কি টেক্স টাইম অ্যাজ ইউ সেড যে
Yeah, it does definitely.
So,
even after 5 years from your depression you realize, oh, I was depressed back in 2012. Wow. Better than Marvel movie. Damn. So এরকম হয় কিন্তু it's normal.
I still haven't faced it, but yeah.
ওই যে তুমি আমার ফ্রেন্ডের মতো, I haven't faced it. I'm better than most people. I'm better than
I haven't faced the
guest of
reflection
the
yet.
show.
Oh, acha, আগে আমার depression ছিল. I am diagnosed with ADHD as well.
Oh, that's great. And high five to that.
Why is that great? But okay.
Sure. মানে through suffering we are like brother and sisters.
Another thing that I like found really admiring about you is that you had made this video, Jim. Specifically, if I summarize your video, it was that আমার sarcasm মানুষের সহ্য হয় না দেখে আমি কাজ করি না.
Oh, আচ্ছা, collaboration wise.
Yeah, collaboration wise.
Yeah.
And I'm like, same.
Yeah. মানে
I had to lose friends because of my sarcasm.
Yeah, same here. আমার তো I make a living out of it. So দেখা যায় যে আমার constantly I'm কিন্তু more brutal in real life and more dark in nature humor wise. So videote তো I kind of curate myself so that people can tone it down so that people can take me. But in real life I go way brutal and then I don't always obviously mean it, but আসলে মানুষ দেখতে পারে না. Even I can name it. সালমান মুক্তাদিরের সাথে we were good friends and I'm okay প্রায় ওকে খোঁটা মারি with the thing and then ও আমাকে প্যারা খেয়ে যায়, চুপচাপ হয়ে যায়, কোনো কথাবার্তা বলে না। I'm like, dude, this is just me being me.
Please don't take me seriously.
Yeah, don't take me seriously perhaps. But yeah, ওরকমই.
Yeah, like in professional aspect especially I had to like put a disclaimer, Jim. Please don't take me seriously. I was joking. Satire my entire
Yeah, but I
personality.
don't do that because that kind of ruins the whole purpose. So I don't try to do that. I'm gonna be me. If you're going to be my friend, then you'll understand where I come from. If you don't, then it's your loss, not mine.
I love that attitude. So we have come to the end of the interview. If you wanna add anything.
Oh no.
Oh, you were Oh my god.
I was enjoying it. Yeah, definitely. I love to talk about these things that matters. Well, I have nothing else to say. I mean, যারা শুনতেছে আমাদের podcast, they're getting pretty much a good idea what's it's about, and আমরা কি কি জিনিসগুলো আমাদের audience কে target করে বলাতে চেয়েছি. So the
Mhm.
summary of the whole podcast will be from my side is like, if you're going through something, do not hastily like do anything or romanticize it or glorify it, because glorifying it never helps. For Tumblr যে পিছে ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ডে তোমার Ariana Grande or Billie Eilish গান ছেড়ে, it's never going to help, trust me. It's only going to make things worse. Rather, there's a way and time to do it, so adapt to that. It's going to help you a lot. And if you want to glorify it, do it. It's your choice, your life, but know that there are better options available, and be patient with it. That's my only advice.
Okay, thank you so much. That was very valuable.
Thank you for having me. Really, it actually means a lot.
So thank you so much, Rakin,
Thank
for
you.
attending and giving us your valuable time. We had an amazing time, and it was a fruitful conversation for me.
Oh, thank you so much. Likewise, and always.